So in this session, now we will try to understand classes in C# language. So in general, when you are creating any kind of applications, in general, you have to create classes. Okay. Or the classes are basic programming elements in .NET. So we will start with classes now. A class is usually considered as a virtual entity or a model or a template or a blueprint. Okay. So we need to understand what is the meaning of a template or what is the meaning of a blueprint or virtual entity. Anyhow, template or blueprint or model or virtual entity is having almost similar kind of meaning. Anyhow, you will understand why the classes are considered as virtual entities later. Okay. First, let me show you the syntax for declaring a class. Now you look at this code. So in order to declare a class, first of all you have to specify an access specifier, and after that some space. Immediately after that you have to use class, which is a keyword, and again space. After that you have to create a class name. So here I am including the class name inside angular bracket. So the meaning of that is, when I include something in angular bracket, it means that user is allowed to give anything. Okay. Or that is user specific thing. User is allowed to give any class name. Okay. And every class must start with curly bracket and every class must end with curly bracket. Okay. So this is how you will be writing a class. As of now, you no need to bother about what is an access specifier in C#. But when I am declaring the classes, I will be using an access specifier called as public. Public is one type of access specifier present in C# language. Okay. So while declaring the classes, I will be using public access modifier. Again, you should not worry about what is that public access modifier means. So definitely in this tutorial, you will be definitely understanding the meaning of access modifiers and how the access modifiers are, or access specifiers are used in C# language. Okay. Now after declaring the class, usually you can able to write some code in between this class starting and then class ending, or here you can write your own code. Some code you can write over here. Now let us try to understand one example. Now let us try to understand one example. Let us say now I started creating an application for some healthcare based industry or for some hospital. Now in that application, for some reason I got the requirement of storing a doctor details. Let me give you doctor details first. My requirement is I would like to store this three details: Dr. Sachin, name of the doctor, age of the doctor, as well as experience of the doctor. Now what should I do in order to store this data? Very simple. We need to create a class. How to create a class? Very simple. You have to use public, that is access specifier or access modifier, class, keyword, name of the class is doctor. Again, you should not write this doctor in angular brackets. Okay. So angular brackets in the syntax specifying that user can able to give any name. Okay. So it doesn't mean that you have to place the class name inside the angular bracket. I believe you understood. Now open curly bracket, end curly bracket. After writing the open curly bracket and end curly bracket, we need to store this data, Dr. Sachin 36 and 8. So which kind of data type is suitable for storing Dr. Sachin? Dr. Sachin is having English characters. Okay. So how will you store the data? Which data type is suitable? String data type. So now let me declare a string variable. Public string variable name inside double quotations, write Dr. Sachin, semicolon. Inside double quotations you write Dr. Sachin and then after that you have to give semicolon. Okay. Now again, most probably you may be getting a doubt here. Why I have used public before this variable declaration? Remember, as of now, when we are declaring variables inside classes, you blindly try to give public. So at this point of time, you should not get any other doubt other than this. Okay. Similar way, I would like to store age of the doctor, that is 36. Which kind of data type is suitable? Obviously integer type. Again, right? Public int age is equals to 36. Semicolon again. Okay. So remember, when you are declaring the class, you should not specify semicolon after the class. So that is incorrect practice. So compiler will not accept this. So this is incorrect practice. Similar way, many people, especially the beginners, will be having semicolon mania or semicolon madness. So they will be giving semicolon immediately after declaration of the class. So here, okay, even that is also incorrect practice. So your compiler will give you error here. Now what is the next step? I have to store this 8, that is experience of the doctor. So which kind of data type? So usually you can go for integer data type. Now we have to write public int experience is equals to 8. Okay, so everything is fine. I believe you understood how to declare a class and how to store the data inside a class. Okay, now most probably you may be getting one question here, or you may be getting one doubt here. What is the purpose of a variable, or when to use a variable in programming? Guess when to use a variable in programming? You tell me how many variables are in this doctor class? 3 variables are there. One is name, second one is age, third one is experience. Okay. Now the question here is when to declare a variable in programming. Answer is simple. Whenever you would like to store some data, it is better to declare a variable with appropriate data type. Now let me give 2 assignments based on this class declaration and storing the data inside classes. Now, in order to do these assignments or in order to complete these assignments, I recommend you to not write the code in Visual Studio. Don't write the code in Visual Studio. It is preferred to take your pen and paper and then you start writing the code on your paper. First assignment is you need to declare a nurse class and you need to store this data. Name of the nurse Vani, qualification of the nurse BSc nursing, and experience of the nurse is 6 years. So what you need to do? Very simple, you need to declare a nurse class and you need to declare 3 variables with appropriate data types and you need to store the data. Similar way I will give you second assignment. You need to create patient class. First one is nurse. Second one is patient. So you need to create patient class with the given data. Now you need to declare your patient class with this data. So name of the patient is Suleiman, age of the patient 79, blood group of the patient O positive, and the disease of the patient is viral fever. Now let me show you the solution for first assignment. First you need to declare nurse class, open curly bracket, end curly bracket, write public string name is equals to Vani, write public string qualification is equals to BSc nursing, again in double quotations and semicolon. Finally write public int exp or experience is equals to 6. You can give any variable name. Okay. But in general, if the variable name is too long, it is better to give shorthand name for the variables. Okay. But it must be understandable to the other programmers. So this is how you have to create, or you will be creating nurse class. Similar way, let us see the solution for the second assignment, that is creating patient class and storing the data. Write public string name is equals to Suleiman. Next, public int age is equals to 79. Write public string BG is equals to O positive. BG means blood group. Later write public string disease is equals to viral fever and semicolon. So this is how we will be creating. This is how we need to create patient class.